Once again, welcome you all in our favorite YouTube channel Kiran Kolte Biology Academy. In the last part of this chapter, we are going to study some basic terminologies. Those are mostly used in reproduction in plants. That is a dormancy, viability, apomixis, and polyembryony. We are going to discuss one by one on these different terms. So first, we start with the dormancy. The dormancy क्या है? Dormancy is the inactive phase of seed, or it is a condition when viable seed fail to germinate even after presence of favorable environmental condition. There are many factors are responsible for dormancy. So why seed fail to germinate? There are many factors are there. For example, due to presence of excess salt, due to presence of immature embryo, due to presence of hard seed coat, or due to presence of growth inhibitor. So therefore seed fail to germinate even in presence of favorable environmental condition. That is called as what? Dormancy. Second one is viability. So viability क्या है? It is the ability of seeds by which it retain a power of germination over a period of time. So for example, here I will place one example. If I am having a 10 numbers of wheat grains harvested 100 years back, means I am having 100 years old 10 grains of wheat. Now after 100 years, when I sow these 10 grains in a soil or in a farm, so afterwards I am going to provide favorable environmental condition, same environmental condition to all these 10 seeds. So after 100 years, when so these are the 10 seeds. After 100 years, I provide, here I am providing same environmental condition to all these 10 seeds. But from these 10 seeds, only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 seeds has get a germinate. Means remaining 4 they fail to germinate. तो ये 4 जो है वो क्या हुए? They fail to germinate. Means in this 100-year time period, the 6 seeds they retain the power of germination. That ability by which the seeds are retaining their power of germination over a period of time, that is called as viability. That is called as what? Viability. In majority of plants, for example, sugarcane, the seeds are less viable. Means, therefore, they fail to germinate. Therefore, we are propagating sugarcane by using a stem cutting. So, sugarcane is also producing seeds, but seeds of sugarcanes are less viable. They are not able to germinate. Why? Because they are not retaining that power of germination. Next one is apomixis. Apomixis. Apo means what? Without. Mix is mixing. The reproduction which takes place without the mixing of male and female gamete. That is called as apomixis. Only with the stimulus of fertilization, only the stimulus of pollination, the egg will get converted into embryo without a fusion of male and female gamete. Means without fusion of male and female gamete, when a egg directly give rise a embryo, then such reproduction is called as apomixis, and those seeds are produced by such a process. They are called as apomictic seeds. For example, in grasses. So here sometimes the diploid egg give rise a diploid embryo. Diploid egg is give rise diploid embryo. अगर egg diploid है and that diploid egg is going to produce a diploid embryo, that is called as apogamy. Any one sporophytic cell who is already diploid in nature and that sporophytic cell is directly going to produce a diploid embryo, then that is called as apospory. Finally, the next one, polyembryony. The formation of 2 or more than 2 embryos. Formation of 2 or more than 2 embryos in a single seed that is called as polyembryony. Formation of many embryo. Poly means what? Many. Many embryos in a single seed. So why many embryos are get formed inside in the single seeds? So sometimes there are two types of polyembryony, cleavage polyembryony and additive polyembryony. Cleavage polyembryony क्या होता है? तो we all are knowing that inside in the embryo after fertilization क्या क्या होता है? एक zygote होता है, two synergids and antipodal. Antipodals they will get disintegrate after fertilization or at the time of fertilization. But here sometimes additional embryos are get from sometimes from synergid, sometimes from antipodal, and sometimes a diploid zygote undergo cleavage. And therefore, due to that cleavage, two daughter zygotes are get formed, or more than two daughter zygotes are get formed. And these are newly formed daughter zygotes due to the initial cleavage of original zygote. Each and every daughter zygote give rise one additional embryo. Therefore, inside in the single seed, more than two embryos are get formed. That is called as cleavage polyembryony. Means formation of additional embryo either from synergid or from antipodal or from the cleavage of original zygote. It gives rise multiple embryos inside in the single seed. For example, in Nymphia will get, in Crotalaria and in Argemon mexicana. So these are the examples of cleavage polyembryony. Second क्या है? Additive polyembryony. In additive polyembryony, those cells are present outside of the embryo sac. Embryo sac के बाहर कौन कौन से? nucellus के सेल है, integument के सेल है. When the nucellus or integument cells are protruding inside in the embryo sac, वो क्या करते हैं? अंदर आते हैं. For example, if this is the embryo sac, here is the zygote, and here is these are the few cells of nucellus. Those are present around the embryo sac. So this is the one diploid nucellus cell. So this diploid nucellus cell protrude inside in the embryo sac and it develop their one new embryo. तो ये zygote तो क्या करने वाले? This zygote is going to produce their own embryo. तो ये एक embryo इधर बन गया zygote से. दूसरा एडिशनल एम्ब्रियो किससे बन गया? ड्यू टू द नेबरिंग न्यूसेलस सेल. इधर से भी एक न्यूसेलस सेल क्या हो गया? इट आल्सो हैज गेट प्रोट्रूड इनसाइड इन द एम्ब्रियो sac and it is also going to produce a one more additional embryo. So therefore inside in the single seed 1, 2, 3 embryos are get formed. Such type of polyembryony is called as additive polyembryony. Example: citrus, opuntia, and mangifera. So this is about the different terms. Those are mostly we are going to use while studying this chapter, that is the reproduction in plants. Now one more topic is remaining, एंडोस्पर्म. तो एंडोस्पर्म के बारे में थोड़ा सा लास्ट में. एंडोस्पर्म क्या है? एंडोस्पर्म इज अ न्यूट्रिटिव टिश्यू. एंडोस्पर्म ये क्या है? एंडोस्पर्म इज अ नरिशिंग और न्यूट्रिटिव tissue who supply food material during embryogenesis. When the zygote is going to get converted into embryo, at that time this process requires some energy, and this endosperm is providing energy or a nourishment for this embryogenesis. तो ये एंडोस्पर्म क्या है? एंडोस्पर्म इज अ पोस्ट फर्टिलाइजेशन टिश्यू. व्हाट इज कॉल्ड एज पोस्ट फर्टिलाइजेशन tissue? Because it has get produced after first fertilization. तो पहले क्या होता है? मेल गैमेट फ्यूज विद द फीमेल गैमेट, दैट इज कॉल्ड एज सिनगैमी. और उसके बाद सेकंड मेल गैमेट हैज गेट फ्यूज विद द पोलर न्यूक्लियर और सेकेंडरी न्यूक्लियस व्हिच गिव राइज. तो अभी ये सेकंड मेल गैमेट है वो किसके साथ फ्यूज हो गया? सेकेंडरी न्यूक्लियस के साथ. तो ऑलरेडी मेल गैमेट कैसा था? हैप्लॉइड. पोलर न्यूक्लियर और सेकेंडरी न्यूक्लियस में क्या थे? दो हैप्लॉइड न्यूक्लियस थे. तो हैप्लॉइड प्लस ये तीसरा हैप्लॉइड, तो इट गिव राइज अ ट्रिप्लॉइड सेल, दैट इज कॉल्ड एज प्राइमरी एंडोस्पर्म न्यूक्लियस. एंड फाइनली दिस प्राइमरी एंडोस्पर्म न्यूक्लियस गिव राइज अ एंडोस्पर्म. Based on the pattern of development of this multicellular endosperm from this primary endosperm nucleus, the new endosperm is divided into three categories. तो ये endosperm ये क्या है? It is a mass of triploid tissue which is present. तो ये जो embryo sac के center में एक क्या है? A mass of triploid tissue that is called as endosperm. So how this endosperm has get produced from this primary endosperm nucleus? तो उसके भी क्या है? अलग-अलग टाइप है. So based on the pattern of development of this endosperm from this primary endosperm nucleus, the endosperm is divided into three categories. तो तीन categories क्या है? It is too much easy to understand. We have to remember only one differentiating feature. So first type is the nuclear or nuclear type of endosperm. Second, cellular, and third वाला जो है, it is a term in between nuclear and cellular type of endosperm. Nuclear type में क्या होता है? For example, if here is the primary endosperm nucleus which is triploid in nature. Now here this triploid nucleus undergo free nuclear divisions without cytokinesis. Normally cell division क्या है? Cell division is equal to karyokinesis plus cytokinesis. तो karyokinesis means क्या होता है? Division of nucleus. उसके बाद क्या होता है? The division of nucleus is followed by division of cytoplasm. तो पहले न्यूक्लियस डिवाइड होगा, उसके बाद साइटोप्लाज्म डिवाइड होगा. पर इधर क्या होता है? In this nuclear type of endosperm, the nucleus of primary endosperm nucleus or this cell, it freely divide and redivide without a cytokinesis. Therefore, inside in the single cell, तो इधर क्या हो रहा है? सिर्फ न्यूक्लियर डिवाइड रीडिवाइड हो रहा है without a cytokinesis. Here karyokinesis is going on without cytokinesis. Therefore, inside in the single cell, large number of free triploid daughter nucleus are get formed. तो बहुत सारे triploid daughter nucleus ऐसे फॉर्म होते हैं. तो therefore endosperm become a free nuclear. And finally at the end, finally at the end, in the 8 stages, the cell wall formation start. The cell wall formation start at the center. तो बीच में जो न्यूक्लियस है उसके अराउंड सेल वॉल डेवलप होगा and this process spread towards the periphery. Means here we are going to write statement like this: the cell wall formation start at the center and is goes towards the periphery, or in another way, the cell wall formation occur in a centripetal manner. तो बीच में जो न्यूक्लियर है उसके अराउंड सेल वॉल हो गया, उसके बाजू वाले के अराउंड, then this cell wall formation process spread towards the periphery like this. And finally the entire endosperm become cellular. Entire endosperm become cellular. Such type of endosperm is seen in majority of angiosperms. Majority of angiosperms are showing such type of endosperm. For example, Coccus nucifera, coconut. Coconut में क्या है? Coconut is also best example of free nuclear type of endosperm. Second क्या है? Cellular. तो cellular क्या है? देखो, it is exactly opposite to that of nuclear or nuclear endosperm. तो here primary endosperm nucleus, ये पेन है. Here endosperm remain a cellular from the beginning only. तो first क्या होगा? A single triploid nucleus will get divided into two daughter nuclei. तो first karyokinesis, उसके बाद immediately first cytokinesis. Then second karyokinesis, उसके बाद immediately second cytokinesis. तो here in a cellular type of endosperm, each and every karyokinesis is followed by cytokinesis. Therefore, endosperm remain a cellular from its beginning. तो इधर क्या होता है? Endosperm from the starting point it remain a cellular. Why? Because each and every karyokinesis उसके बाद क्या है? Cytokinesis is there. पर इधर ऐसा नहीं था. इधर क्या था? Karyokinesis, 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 कैरियोकाइनेसिस, कैरियोकाइनेसिस, कैरियोकाइनेसिस एंड फाइनली साइटोकाइनेसिस। इधर क्या है, हर एक कैरियोकाइनेसिस के बाद साइटोकाइनेसिस, कैरियोकाइनेसिस, साइटोकाइनेसिस, अगेन कैरियोकाइनेसिस, cytokinesis, कैरियोकाइनेसिस, cytokinesis, कैरियोकाइनेसिस, cytokinesis. Therefore, the endosperm remain a cellular from starting point. So, such type of endosperm is seen mostly in a dicot plant. And the third, which is the important one, it is showing 50% characteristics of this and 50% characteristics of this that we are going to see now, and afterwards we will finish with our first highly weighted chapter from part 1. तो अभी देखो इधर क्या हुआ था, तो इधर कंटिन्यूअसली कैरियोकाइनेसिस एंड फाइनली साइटोकाइनेसिस. इधर क्या है, कैरियोकाइनेसिस, ईच एंड एवरी कैरियोकाइनेसिस फॉलोड बाय साइटोकाइनेसिस. तो द थर्ड टाइप that is called as halobial endosperm, it is showing 50% characteristics of nuclear and 50% characteristics of cellular. तो halobial में क्या होता है, एग्जाम्पल है halobial का, such type of endosperm is mostly seen in a series of halobi series of monopod. halobi नाम का एक सीरीज है monopod में, तो all those plants are included in that series halobi, they are showing such type of endosperm. तो इधर क्या होता है, द प्राइमरी एंडोस्पर्म न्यूक्लियस, तो ये ट्रिप्लॉइड न्यूक्लियस है. इट डिवाइड इनटू टू डॉटर ट्रिप्लॉइड न्यूक्लियस. तो इनिशियल क्या हो गया, कैरियोकाइनेसिस फॉलोड बाय द फर्स्ट कैरियोकाइनेसिस फॉलोड बाय फर्स्ट साइटोकाइनेसिस. बट हियर साइटोप्लाज्म डिवाइड अनइक्वली, साइटोप्लाज्म डिवाइड अनइक्वली. तो फर्स्ट स्टेप इज सेम लाइक दैट ऑफ सेल्यूलर. तो फर्स्ट कैरियोकाइनेसिस इज फॉलोड बाय फर्स्ट साइटोकाइनेसिस, बट हियर द डिवीजन ऑफ साइटोप्लाज्म इज अनइक्वल. देयरफॉर a large size compartment has get produced towards a micropylorate and small size compartment towards a, चला जाएगा ऊपर वाला सेल कैसा बढ़ गया, बड़ा बन गया, और नीचे वाला छोटा. एंड लैट वन इन बोथ द कंपार्टमेंट्स. उसके बाद क्या होता है, ये दो जो कंपार्टमेंट है, इधर एक और इधर एक, later on in both the compartment the further nuclear divisions is same like that of nuclear type, free nuclear type. again उसके बाद जो न्यूक्लियस डिवाइड होगा 1 से 2, 2 से 4, 4 से 8, 8 से 16, 16 से 32, like that 32 gives rise 64, like that continuous division of nucleus without cytokinesis. So separately free nuclear divisions will get occur separately in both chamber. ऊपर वाले चेंबर में बहुत सारे फ्री न्यूक्लियर डेवलप हो गए, नीचे वाले चेंबर में बहुत सारे फ्री न्यूक्लियर डेवलप हो गए. एंड फाइनली एट द एंड द सेल वॉल फॉर्मेशन हैज गेट टेक्स प्लेस. द सेल वॉल फॉर्मेशन फाइनली होता है इन अ सेंट्रीपेटल मैनर, एंड लेटर ऑन द एंडोस्पर्म बिकम अ सेल्यूलर. तो सच टाइप ऑफ endosperm is called as halobial endosperm. Is there any doubt, difficulty? If you are having any doubt or difficulty, simply put your queries in comment box. Now, only for last 2 minutes, already we studied this part in our 11th standard. Types of seed. Seed क्या है? Seed is the fertilized ovule. Fertilized ovule. After fertilization, the ovule has get converted into seed. ये ovule है, fertilization हुआ, fertilization के बाद ये क्या बन जाएगा? Seed बन जाएगा. तो everything which is present inside in the seed, that is called as kernel. This word is important for MCQ point of view. What is kernel? Or everything present inside in the seed is called as dash dash dash. तो whatever present inside in the seed coat, that is called as what? Kernel. तो seed में क्या क्या है? Seed is provided with seed coat. So there are two protective coatings present around the seed, that is called as seed coat. Outer one is called as testa, inner one is called as tegmen. तो both are derived from outer and inner integument. टेस्टा किससे बनता है? आउटर इंटीग्यूमेंट से. टेगमन किससे बनता है? इनर इंटीग्यूमेंट से. ऑलरेडी वी आर सीन इन द VS of Anatropous oil. Refer that video So you will get some idea regarding testa and tegment and about inner and outer integument of ovule. तो टेस्टा टेगमेंट क्या है? सीड कोट. इसके अंदर क्या है? Based on the type of seed, either 2 or 1 cotyledon is present. तो इसके अंदर क्या है? Cotyledon and embryo is there. So these are the parts of seed. Along with this, there is one more nutritive tissue, endosperm. It may or may not be present. If the given seed is provided with endosperm, अगर उसमें endosperm है, then such type of seeds are called as endospermic seed. तो अगर endosperm है तो endospermic, अगर नहीं है तो non-endospermic. How to identify endospermic seeds and non-endospermic seed? Endosperm क्या है? Nutritive tissue है, nourishing tissue. So those cells are provided with endosperm, means those cells are having a reserve food for their future use. So food is required at the time of germination. अगर seed में endosperm है, if they are having a already full stock of food material, then they don't require additional storage of food. So at that time, in such an endospermic seed, cotyledons remain thin or papery. So those seeds are endospermic. They are not going to store their food in cotyledon, and therefore their cotyledon remain thin or papery. उनके cotyledon कैसे रहेंगे? Thin papery रहेंगे. In non-endospermic seed, in non-endospermic seed, endosperm is not present. So those seeds are not having a endosperm, or those who lack endosperm, they are called as non-endospermic seed. So why endosperm is absent in such seeds? If the developing embryo utilizes the entire endosperm or entire reserve food material during the process of embryogenesis, then such seeds are not having any endosperm. So therefore such seeds are called as non-endospermic seed. तो अभी after embryogenesis, seeds are having one more important step that they have to perform, that is the seed germination. So at that time also they require some energy. Therefore they are storing reserve food inside in the cotyledon. So अभी non-endospermic seeds, they are not having any food material with them in the form of endosperm. Therefore for the next important event, they start storing food material inside in the cotyledon, and therefore their cotyledon become thick fleshy. तो those seeds are provided with thick fleshy cotyledon, जिनके cotyledon कैसे हैं? Thick and fleshy है. Such seeds are called as non-endospermic seeds. Why? Because they stored additional food material inside in the cotyledon. Why? Because they are not having an endosperm. तो कौन-कौन से example of non-endospermic seed? Those seeds are provided with thick fleshy cotyledon. तो tamarind में मिलते हैं हमको thick fleshy cotyledon, mango में मिलते हैं thick fleshy cotyledon, और groundnut, pea, etc. All type of beans, they are also provided with thick fleshy cotyledon. And those seeds are not provided with thick fleshy cotyledon. उनके cotyledon कैसे? Thin papery. They are the example of endospermic seed. All monocot grains, all grains. उनमें ज्वार आ गया, बाजरा आ गया, राइस आ गया, ये सब क्या है? Endospermic seed. One more is castor. Castor is an example of dicot. He is also showing a thin papery cotyledon. Castor, Ricinus carnis. So this is about the endospermic and non-endospermic seed. Endospermic seeds are also called as albuminous seeds. Albuminous seeds. And non-endospermic seeds are also called as ex-albuminous seeds. Ex-albuminous क्यों कहा है? Ex यानी without. Albumin क्या है? Protein. So those seeds are not having a albumin, that is ex-albuminous. Those seeds are provided with food or albumin, that is a albuminous seeds. Is this clear? So here we finish with our first chapter, that is reproduction in lower and higher organism. In next lecture we'll start with the next chapter, either from part 2 or part 1. So definitely in upcoming videos You will get the detailed and neat syllabus of biology. If you refer my video lecture, and if you are going to study, and if you are going to listen each and every line carefully, definitely it's my promise to you that you are going to score good marks in any competitive exam as well as any theory exam conducted by board as well as your college. Those who not subscribe till yet, subscribe our channel. Definitely you will get a full satisfaction after seeing important video lectures through this channel. Thank you very much.